What's stacking, everyone? Today I'm going to be breaking down how I recreated the instrumental Cash In Cash Out by Pharrell Williams featuring 21 Savage and Tyler the Creator in Ableton. If you haven't heard the official track, make sure you go check it out for perspective to this tutorial. And before we get into it, check out my full version Remake instrumental in the description. For now, here's a preview. One thing to keep in mind when creating any type beat or recreating or remaking someone else's beat or production is that your version won't always match 100% compared to the original version or inspiration you're trying to recreate. Based on that, the beat maker or producer uses one of many sound techniques to sample, and same goes for the instruments, drums, and bass. It all revolves around sound selection. But besides that, the producer / beat maker normally uses original tracks as references or inspiration, which will give you an idea on what sound designs and sound selections the producer used to creating the beat. With that being said, first things first, I hopped onto Google and Googled the sample Pharrell used, which is the track by the 5 Americans titled Western Union. While I was on Google, I searched for the tempo and key of the track, downloaded the sample while I set the BPM to 120, dragged the sample into Ableton, made the necessary adjustment to the track, found the part of the sample Pharrell used, took that part, and with many ways of sampling, I chose to manually chop it up. Just for the ambience, I duplicated the layer and completely took out the high ends, panned it out to both sides, left and right, increased the delay and gave it a ping pong bounce to sound like this. Right after that, I jumped onto the 808 bass, picked one from the Cymatic sample pack called Scorch, played around to figure out the notes and bass line, and got this. Listening to the track arrangement, the 808 runs throughout the whole beat. I want to say it also runs as the lead instrument, as a structure to the whole beat, yet that can as well be another way to creating beats by starting with the bass or even the drums as a fundamental, then working your way to the melodies. Speaking of drums, I started with the kick by placing out the notes on the piano roll according to the G scale. The 808 used already consists of a kick, but just for impact and to keep the beat bustin', kicks were added like this. Now for the top drums, I hopped onto the hi-hats, which has a simple pattern that hits on the 2nd and 4th of each bar. Then worked on the snare, which also has a simple pattern on the MIDI keys. Placed one note on the D sharp and the second on the B. With some effects added, I got this. Next on the drums was some rim shots, mainly on the C notes, and for emphasis, a short hit on C sharp and a B added some effects for a knock. Lastly, a crash or a rider cymbal, which gave the drums a bit of a sizzle. And all the top drum shots at once sound like this. With a bit of virtual chemical and some romance, all together now, with the tag, this is the result. I hope this breakdown gave you some perspective if you ever wondered how it was made, as it did for me. Watch out for more tutorials on creating type beats, remakes, remixes, and how I created some of my own tracks. Until next time, keep stacking.